Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Bulldozer Investing. Today is January 19th, 2021. It is 4:53 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Let's begin our analysis. Let's start with VIX. VIX closed with a somewhat looking like a hammer. It's not exactly a hammer, but it did retest the 50 fib that we drew to the cent. Market, don't forget, is always technical, and all these bounces are always on the technical side of things. As you can see, it touched the 50 fib, came back. I wouldn't look, I wouldn't, and it's in the yellow box, so I wouldn't say that, market is going to go up and everything. I mean, Netflix, shooting up, it's good for the market. I think the big tech tomorrow, the large caps are going to get buy-in before the earnings, like Facebook and Apple and Amazon and so forth. However, I don't think that VIX is so bearish. So we might see another retest towards the 25.37. Let's keep that in mind. I am 70% cash. I'll talk about some of the plays I did. Finished the day with 2%. So not bad. 2% a day is not bad. This is 2% of the entire portfolio, don't forget, and I'm only 70%. I'm 70% cash. So with the 30% investment, I gained 2% of the entire portfolio value. So that's pretty good. But let's go ahead and talk about. Let's analyze SPY, and then I'm gonna give my conclusion of how my investment plan is going to be. SPY right now within this trend. It retested this trend line that we just drew. It couldn't break out of it, but it did get on the hourly. It did get a support on the 9-day moving average, which has been a good support for today. I would say that maybe with Netflix earnings, being positive and everything, SPY might get back in this channel and maybe retest all the way up to 382s. I think that's where I would probably, I don't short the market. I don't buy puts. I thought that we were gonna, at this level when we were here, thought that we were gonna retest 375, but we couldn't get there. So I still bought in. As soon as we broke above the 50-day moving average on SPY, I started buying in. Gave up a little bit at the end of the day, but that's fine. So let's talk about my trading strategy. I picked stocks that are relatively not included in SPY or any other ETFs. They're kind of doing their own actions. I think those are the stocks that you want to get into when the market is so volatile, but always, considering the risk of it as well. So now I made a quick list, and I'm going to go over that. We'll start with Apple. I did average down on my calls. I only had one call, so I bought 4 more on the 140 January 29th. These are lottos. It's not really an investment, not even a swing. I just thought that it was a lotto. Has been a pretty good support this level, 127.52. Every time it breaks below, I start averaging down my calls. And this is an earnings play for the call. We do have to break above 129 so that I could say, okay, we're heading to 132. But again, as far as this trend line, the downtrend line goes, we need to break above. We need to break above the cloud. So nothing is really bullish yet. Okay. Now the stochastics is about to turn over. MACD is still getting there, and RSI is at the midpoint, so around 40. What is it? Like 48. So I can't really say like it's oversold or overbought. It's staying right in the middle. It's trying to set up to break out of this wedge. However, I don't see a violent move up or down until the earnings, so it's probably going to continue around this trading range that we've been talking about. I am just going to play the lottos for 140, which I think, so if we gain like 2 to 3% by the time it's earnings. And then on the earnings, if we make a 6-7% after hours, I'd probably make like 100% on those calls. Okay. So Apple, again, don't expect any moves till the earning. Kind of like how Netflix kind of went, sideways until the earnings. So it's actually a good sign that the stock is not moving too much up or down. So it's trying to build up its momentum. I think the buyers will come in maybe a day or two before the earnings, and we'll see what happens from there. I'm going to talk about NIO next, a name that I did buy calls today, or actually a single call. I didn't buy like calls in plural. Just bought a single call for February 19th, $60. I think it has enough time, a month out, and it is acting very supportive around the box that I drew here. So I got in, finished the day pretty good. I think the real move will be that if we break down this blue trend line right here. So if we break above, I'm sorry if I said break down. If we break above, I think this is definitely, so that's why I bought 60 calls, because the 161 fib from before on this bullish move, I think it's flagging to the upside. I think NIO on the longer run will eventually get to 86. I'm just playing the trend. I'm just playing the reverse, a reversal here. I don't know if it's going to get to 80 some dollars by next month. Who knows? But I'm just going to keep the call for next 2 weeks. I'll probably sell them at least 2 weeks before, or maybe a week before my expiration. But I do think that this was a nice reversal, and I do think that it will definitely break above this 59.4. That's why I bought the 60 calls. It had a pretty good open interest and also the volume. That's why I've got in them, and I think this is heading for a good reversal back above $60 easily. Okay. So that's NIO. BLNK is another beautiful reversal today. I didn't get in BLNK. I could have easily. I told a couple of my friends and they bought in. So right here, we hit our target for BLNK. So when I put these yellow boxes, a lot of people hesitate and they're like, okay, we're up 54. How the heck do you think we're going to get to 44? We do. I mean, right here. It's a nice reversal off of the 20-day moving average and the fib. So this is a very powerful line. Like when your moving average and the fib kind of meets where it is, you want to get in there and take the risk. You have better odds. So kind of try to get inside this pitchfork. It couldn't. We'll take a look at the hourly here. It's a beautiful bounce. Resistance sitting at 47.33. If we break above that tomorrow, I think we're heading to $50 tomorrow. That's only if we break above 47.33. Okay. I could easily draw another fib. Well, let's go ahead and do that. Let's do the 4 hours. So how I'm planning to draw the next fib for the reversal is that I'm going to do the extension. So let's do extension. I think this should be the extension right here. Yeah. So kind of, I think, yeah, 54 and 56 areas where I'm looking at. So let's move the box. Okay. That's going to be our reversal. Only thing here is that I see a lot of, this is 4 hours, so let's go back to daily. Only thing that's going to challenge us is to get in this pitchfork. If we do, we're obviously going to get to 44, 45 area, and I wouldn't be surprised if we touch $60. Okay, so that's my NIO prediction. I think I could have even went down here and just moved the box a little bit more. I like this name BLNK for the EV play. Now, as I mentioned many times before, maybe Tesla will get competition, but BLNK, it really doesn't matter if Tesla has competition or not, because it's going to service all the EVs. So this is a nice play. Beautiful, beautiful reversal. Okay. Just kind of like, just like this, right? Bounced off, came back, flagged, moved up all the way. So we might bounce up, flag, move up, and hit 63, okay? Let's take a look at Zoom. This was a name that we talked about, and I said accumulation will start right on this box, and I'm willing to, I was going to say, because I'm cheap, I always like to buy things cheaper. I was going to buy here, so I kind of didn't, I ditched it. So it is kind of moving in the direction that I thought it would. As all the indicators are telling me this is bullish, and I wouldn't be surprised on the earnings. It gets a blowout and goes all the way to 533. So my prediction was that it hit the 50-day moving average kind of resistance. I think we're going to test the cloud bottom, come all the way back, get a support at the most tip of this cloud, and then just keep on running by flagging. So I definitely think this could go in the short term to 411, come back down to 361, and go in this motion. Okay. So that's my Zoom prediction. I do think my forecast, I do think that we could easily get to 412. Okay. CYBR, this is a name that, when I said CYBR, I'm sorry, I meant to say CYBR. I did get in this name today, and I think that this is really bullish. I love the flag that is setting up, and we did project it. Anyways, we drew this forecast. 173 to 180, so I'm looking at 5% to 7%, anywhere from there would be a good reversal. You can also do something like this for where it could come down to is 151 to 153. But if you want to go for the bullish extension, so let's delete this as well. If you want to go for the bullish extension, you can just do a retracement. Okay. So on this retracement, the target would be 182. So let's see. The difficult part is this part right here, the 167 area. It's going to be difficult because it's the previous high. If it rips through that, it's going to be a magnet. It's going to go to 182. So I'm in this name. I bought, I don't know how many shares, 100 shares, I think. Yeah, I have 100 shares on this name. Looking to see if it could break above 167.50. So let's see. And these two names, I think, is really bullish. So Cloudflare, I love the internals. I think this is going to go above. It's going to probably hit $90 next. Where it could come down to is right here around 76. If it gets there, I'll probably sell my CYBR and get into Cloudflare. I do think this is going to get to $90. This is definitely a flag right here. So as soon as it breaks above this flag, it's going to get down there. This is a bullish name. I'm bullish on this name. Pretty good momentum. And this was a beautiful bounce off the 50 moving day average. Went up, retraced, back to where we thought it would. Came back up. I think it's going to get a nice support around 78, 60s. That's where the 9-day moving averages. As you can see, the 9-day moving average bounces. It's pretty often on this name, so it's going to be bullish. Another name in the same sector, and this one moves a little faster but also comes down a little harsher, is FSLY. Had a nice, beautiful day today with 8%. This is going to be a huge reversal. It did hit that 61 fib. Let me see where the retracement went from here. Yep, bounced off of between the 50 and the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement. I think this is bullish as well, kind of in the same sector. So the cloud businesses, if you're looking to get in the cloud business or cloud sector, sorry about saying business, but cloud sector, I think this is going to be a nice reversal, and it could fill the gap easily on the $121. And you can draw an extension like this now. And let's draw our box. Right here, we can delete our old extension. Okay, there you go. So the biggest resistance here that I see is 99.41, but I'd aim for the $104. So this looks bullish as well. I've added in the list. Next name, this was a request from a follower. I've never heard of this name. YALA Group. It looks like a cup and handle if it reverses. It does have a nice support on the moving averages. Not familiar with the name. Not sure if this is a SPAC. I don't know if it's paying a dividend. I'm not sure if it's a SPAC, but let's go ahead and see the extension on this one. Yep, bounced off of the 50. That's a good move. Okay. So if this is moving up, I'll probably say, because I'm not familiar with the name, so I'm going to be conservative. It could get back to $18 to $19 range. Okay. Now I like the retracement and the bounce off of the 50 fib, which seems really good. So right here to the point, guys, and this is a name that I'm not familiar with, but the thing that I drew, it's like bounced off perfectly. So we'll see what happens from there. Not in this name. I'm not really looking to get in something that I'm not really familiar of. And let's draw this trend line right here. No, I don't think that would be a good trend line. Yeah, we'll just keep the chart as is. Just take a look at it. Bounce off of the 50 fib. I think this is going for 1853 to 1963. Okay. AMC was another request from Twitter. I think it kind of got to where I was expecting it. Today I had a nice 31% day short squeeze. I'm sorry I couldn't get back on this request because it was requested Friday, and nice buying volume. I think this is a short squeeze. It could come down to 274s, but if the squeeze continues, my target is 337 and 371. I think I drew this from I don't know when. Just to be exact on this one, let's see. High is 5 even. So there you go. 211. Okay. So yeah, the same, it didn't really change. So I think the range I'm expecting is pretty much here. And with these names of the short squeezes, we don't know what will happen. From the last squeeze, I think there's a trend line that I did draw, downtrend, so it's pretty strong. I would have said sell it here, but let's see if the squeeze continues. So these are names that if I invest, I don't really put too much. Okay? So these are the names that I got in today. Very, very tiny position. BNGO on the down today when it was dropping. And again, this is very overbought. It's a risky play. Do your own due diligence before getting in these names. I am expecting, so when I bought this name, I am expecting, so I bought it somewhere here. I am expecting this name to come down to 781 or 722. Just bought this name so I won't forget to watch. I'm in like 100 shares, 150 shares, so not to take anything seriously in here. But if it does get down here, I'm gonna probably position in and watch for that bounce all the way up to $11. Okay, but this would be so actually let's do this, and we call this the top, 995. So we could even come down a little lower. Okay, so you just want to keep on averaging down and waiting for the next bounce. Pretty nice volume on this name. I think it's waiting for news. Internals are looking bearish. I only got in this name to watch. And if I do see the opportunity, I'm going to size in a lot better and then play the uptrend. Okay. Another name I got in today, again, nothing too seriously, something just added so that I can watch. I think I have like 1,000 shares on this one. I really like the curl up, and if this goes, it's going to hit 205 and 229. I'm treating this as if it's an options play. So this is the hourly on it. Let's take a look at the daily. The daily could go, let's do another extension. And again, these are very risky plays, but they're good stocks to play if you want to avoid, the large caps and all the earnings, frustrations. So I think if it bounces up, next move is going to be 226. On the weekly, let's take a look at this on the weekly, see where it's dropping. So reason why I've actually gotten this, so I'm going to hold it long, is because remember, I've been mentioning this on my videos forever. If you have been down over a long period of time under the cloud on the weekly, and you break above, kind of like how NNDM is, and you break above the cloud, you break above all your moving day averages on the weekly, you're gonna go pretty much explosive. So I'm gonna kind of hold this name. I got 1,000 shares. Fine if this goes to, my expectation is at least 357 on this. Kind of how I would play in options, kind of, looking for that 100%. But I'm not gonna get in this. I'm not gonna put serious money on it. But I'll take the proceedings if I'm not gonna sell it for like 10% move up. I'm just gonna go ahead and wait for that 100% move. But this is something that I'm expecting a good move in a couple months. So positioned in right now, I think it's a good time. Obviously, this does have a resistance right around 229-ish. It did flag here, maybe because of the earnings right here. It just kept falling down. A double bottom. We can also do an extension like this. Again, very rough sketch. Wait, what's going on? I'm zoomed out too much. Can't really see where I'm clicking. Okay. Kind of where all our fib meets anyway. So the fib that I drew here is almost matching up with all the fib levels that is on this extension. So I'll delete this extension. Oh, sorry about that. Okay. And if you're looking for a retracement from all-time high to all-time low, that should be my ultimate target. Okay. Again, I'm not saying it's going to go up there, but I'm not going to lose anything on this 1,000 shares. I'll just wait, These are stocks that you want to get in early on these kinds of moves and just let it ride. Okay. All right. So next stock that I mentioned this on Twitter before anybody else did. Okay. I'm not gonna race with people and say, oh, they copied from you or anything. Everybody's watching. Everybody's doing their own. But I just want to go ahead and share this out. Okay. So when did I post this? January 12th. So almost a week, exactly a week ago. I said, looking good, okay? And where was the stock when we said that? 528, okay? When I buy something, I buy at the bottom and I sell at where the fools are buying, okay? And the rest can stay. So all the other names like BNGO and everything, those are like kind of day trading, so I don't really care. But if you want to position kind of like how I showed you TTO, and this was during the day, 22. I think it finished much higher, even like on a 35% move. So that's how you play the game, guys. You go ahead, scan, do whatever you want. You research. You see a stock that has been supportive, trying to break above the cloud. So my extension would be that 693. I don't know what it finished at. We'll take a look at it in a second, but I'd say the move is on the 50 fib and the 60, so we'll take a look at that. But that's how you play the game, guys. You don't buy it up here where my target is. You buy it here when you say, okay, this is going to make a move. Look at this, like pretty supportive, bam, came back, and then another move up. So yep, that's me calling it. So I saw a lot of people on a 22% move. They're like, oh, looking great, got in. You know, you're 2 steps behind, buddy. And these are people that have like 50K followers. I don't know where, you know. All right, so let's go ahead and do an hourly on this one. Yeah, kind of hit our extension, came back. I wouldn't be surprised if this comes back down to, so those who are looking to buy this name, this is a good opportunity on the hourly, okay? So let's take a look at the 4 hours. On the 4 hours, this has a long way to go. My target originally is 1036, so or 1076. So this is what I mean by if you're fearing that the market is going to go down, and you're trying, these are alternative names where you can make a lot of money with small amount of investment, rather than risking 50K, 100K on Apple and all those other things, and then the market crashes and you have to wait like 6-7 months. So these are the names you want to get into with small amount of money. If you put like 5K, 10K, you're making 3K in a week, you're done. You can get out here. Doesn't matter if it goes to $8 or $10. You made your money. You're happy at the end of the day. You're good to go. So this is the daily look, and I'd be happy on today's proceedings. 40%. What else? What do you guys want? I mean, what do you want me to post? A chart that's going to make you 100% a day? I mean, that's not, that's not possible. So posted it a week ago, 40%. Pocket your money and be happy. Okay. So let's take a look. The last one that I want to mention is PLTR, because I've always covered this. Now, just in closing this, I want to disclose this, that I don't own PLTR anymore. I do see a strong resistance here, and I told the reason why during the day. I do day trade it. I made like $400 on this today, and I sold it. So I bought it last Friday. I said I got in around here, right? You can watch my video. I said that this 20-day moving average looks pretty good. So I got in, sold it around, I don't know when it was, in the morning, like high 26.90, somewhere around there. Okay. So this is a nice name, nice trading name. I believe this is a nice cup and handle. I'm going to look for a confirmation to get in. I believe that this is setting up, and everybody sees this. This is the thing. When everybody sees it, they're going to drag down and burn those people, and you never know, you get back to 24s again. So this is a name that, that has been troubling me for some time. Did I make money on it? Yeah. Could I have made more? Yeah. Would I make money after, selling it? Yeah, I'll still make money, but I'll just be in and out for now because I'm not confident on the market yet. So I'll let you know when I'm really confident and go long. But I've been, doing day trading. I don't like day trading, but that's what you got to do. You got to do that. So I believe that this is setting up for a nice cup and handle. I do think that if we get a retest around 25.76 again, I'll buy in. And I think this time I'll buy in, but in a small amount, because anytime we can retest this downtrend again. So I'll buy in small amount and trade it in for another, $500, $600 a day. And a lot of people think like you're going to make $1 million a day. No. Actually, if you think about it, average American income is about like $55,000, $50,000. I don't know which state you live in. Sometimes it's much higher on the average, but overall in America, 50K is what the average is. You're making $600 a day. That's pretty damn good money. Now, I don't like to sound stingy. I know a lot of people, flex muscles on Twitter and say I made 100K, I made 1 million. I'm talking about typical standard people, average Joe. Okay, $600 a day. That's $600 a day. You work 8 hours a day. That's $75 an hour. What kind of job are you going to find to make $75 an hour? I'm not talking about stock market job. I'm talking about regular, software developer. I don't know. Whatever you do, right? $75 an hour. You aim to get $600 a day. That's pretty good money. That's about 20 days, 20 trading days in a month. I believe so, right? That's what it is. That's $12,000 a month. Okay. And a year. I mean, I don't know, like some days are closed, so this is just a ballpark. That's 140K, let's say, right? Now, I'll take consistent wins over a big win and lose it all after 6 months. So that's what I mean. Like you gotta do your job, and that's how you do it. So you're gonna make a big bucks out of 32. Yeah, you can, but I'd rather be consistent. And right now, I can't be bullish unless we, find the range here. Then I'll say, okay, we're going 32. But this 27.55 is acting pretty strong as a resistance. So let's wait and see. So I don't want to like feed hope into people that are in this name or are trying to get in this name. I am positive on this name. It's just that we got to do some technical work and make sure that everything looks good. Up. Flag up. I think if we flag again, the next move up will be 28.74. So we'll wait until then. Today's review, I always manage to get above 30 minutes no matter what I do, but this is about it. This is the end of the analysis. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe, give us a like, and spread around. So it's free education, free analysis. I know nothing comes free, but this is what you get for free. I'm not an expert. I'm not an Wall Street analysis guy or anything else. Just your typical average Joe trader, has been trading for 12 years and has some experience with charting on my own. So I'm trying to help out the community. If you think I could do better in other things, just let me know. Leave a comment and we'll try to improve. So have a nice day, and we'll see you on tomorrow's review.